Oh, shit.
That's so scared the song started.
Oh, hallelujah. Praise the Lord. How is everybody doing out in the world of listening to shit?
What's going on, man?
Fucking crazy, man.
It's crazy. What's crazy?
A lot of news lately.
A lot of news.
Back from my hometown.
Oh, my.
A lot of shit happening. People dying everywhere.
Cartel shit?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Part of it. 2 girls died. They went to this. Well, see, in Mexico, they have. How can I explain? So there's different towns with names of like, you know how down there is like Catholicism is like really big. Right? So
Yeah.
some names are like based off of saints and shit. So when you know how every saint has their own day, right?
Sure.
Maybe you don't know because you're
I
Christian.
don't know.
Catholic people. But okay, whatever. So during that week, they make like festival parades and shit like that, right? You know, they party, they get drunk, whatever. So there was something like that going on at a town that was, it's like 40 minutes away from my hometown, but it's a rough town. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, they fucking shoot each other like 24/7, but it's not the best place to go, especially at night, you know. So they went to those festivities, and keep in mind there was 2 girls from my hometown. There was a guy that was from the neighboring town, and they all went with this lady, you know, the adult that was supposed to like look after her. And they got stupid fucking drunk and decided to drive back home. Now, I know you've never been to Mexico or seen Mexico or whatever, but the roads are nothing compared to the ones here.
Sure.
I mean, they don't have the same safety.
I've seen videos.
Yeah, they're not as wide. You know, you don't have that much space
Right.
to work with. So they decided to get stupid fucking drunk and then drive back home. And they decided they had enough fun. And there's a lot of curves and shit. So they fucking went off a cliff.
Holy fuck.
And, you know, they have this awesome fucking... how do I say it? I fucking forgot the word. Shit. Can't even remember my English no more when I'm speaking about my hometown. So, you know, they have this way of thinking, you know, that they don't need fucking seatbelts.
Okay.
So they weren't wearing any seatbelts, so they all fucking died.
Wow.
And I mean, the truck didn't look that bad. So, like, you know, judging from the pictures, if they would have had their seatbelts on, it would have been a good chance that they made it, you know? Because, like, nothing fell on the truck. I mean, they rolled off the cliff, but it wasn't like, you know, fucking rocks fell on them or whatever.
Right.
So there was a chance that they could have made it, but they weren't wearing their seatbelts, so they all fucking died. And now keep in mind that the girls were like 15, 16 years old, and the guy was like 15 years old too, and he was the one driving.
Damn.
So I'm like, who the fuck lets a 15-year-old drive
And then they're all
to
drunk too?
this 45-minute fucking town to party and get all fucking drunk and then drive back, you know?
Wow.
That's like a fucking death wish on its own. So, I'm like, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's fucking crazy, man.
And it turns out that the little kid and the girls were involved in like a local cartel. So like they showed up at the funeral and everybody was freaking out because they didn't know what they were there for. You know, if they wanted to like shoot up the fucking place or if they were looking for someone. It's just fucking crazy, man. Like you don't even know who you're messing with anymore over there. No. And the thing is that since I came up here when I was like 8 or 9 years old, like half the people that I knew there are not even there anymore. So I don't even know who, you know, who's a bad guy, quote unquote, and who's a good guy. You know, I don't know who the fuck I'm messing with.
Jesus.
That's why I don't fucking like mess with anybody anymore because you don't even know. Like, there's no road rage over there because you don't know who you're fucking with.
Yeah. You don't want to fuck with anybody.
Exactly. So it's like, that motherfucker cut me off. And you know, you just say it to yourself. You don't like fucking honk or like roll down your window and be like, motherfucker. Because they'll come on and shoot you.
I don't even like doing that here. Not even down south.
You want to go to Mexico?
Crazy. I do, but I don't. At the same time.
You're gonna be like, yeah, just not to your hometown.
Yeah. That's kind of like Tijuana.
Oh, mira el gringo. Yeah, you don't want to go to Tijuana.
I like the touristy areas.
I mean, you can go. It's best if you go to Cancun. If you go to Baja.
Cancun, that's where I want to go.
If you want to go to Baja, you know, like Cabos.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Cabo Wabo. Drink some Cabo Wabo tequila.
That's like the dream place to go.
That'd be sweet. I'd be down for that.
Get this though, it's crazy because in Cancun, I was researching like Airbnbs and shit just for shits and giggles, and you get a nice ass condo with like, you know, the best tequila and drinks and everything. Like they have a mini bar. It's nice as fuck, and it's like $35 a day, a night.
What?
Yep, $35 a night.
All drinks are included?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
That's fucking
I was like, that's crazy shit.
I don't drink tequila, but for that price alone.
Yeah. You'll be on your ass in like 30 minutes, but
mix enough shit with that, it'll be fine. I'm a pussy now, man. I don't drink hardly at all. I'm all like, yeah, I'll take a spritzer.
You're so white.
Like, hold the spritz.
You're so white, it's not even funny.
I'm like mesmerized by the fish.
Kind of want to see you drunk though. That'll be something funny to watch and record.
Have a good time. In bed. No. Oh.
Oh God.
Oh. Wouldn't you like to know? I had a splinter in my finger today.
Kick you, bitch.
I think it's still there. But you can kind of see like a gouge. See how there's like a gouge in my finger? I took my knife and I was like, I'm just gonna pluck this bitch out. Yeah, I don't know how I got it, but man, it was just in there.
I got it with the sander. I was sanding a house today, and like from like, you know, doing the motion and rubbing it was fucking rough. And the thing is that I cut off this finger, like the edge of it, it's cut off, and they fucking glued it back together. But it's very sensitive now, so it's like if it's something sharp or something really rough, like it like cuts it cuts it. And
what do you mean you cut off your fingertip?
I did. Like
when?
If you look at this, it was a while ago. It was actually when I started working at Denzel.
Oh yeah.
Because remember James would make fun of me because I fucking cut it doing a piggy bank.
So I never knew how you hurt it.
Uh-huh.
I never knew how you hurt it.
So I was making this piggy bank out of wood. And I was almost done, dude, I swear. I was just like, you know, doing the final finishes, you would say. Making it fancy and shit. And then I was grabbing it like this because like there was no other way to grab it. I couldn't hold it right. And I'm a lefty, so it was weird. So I grabbed it like this, and unconsciously this finger was sticking out from the side of it. And I was passing the knife through it to make it smooth. And then it was funny because Mara was like, "You're gonna cut yourself."
Passing a knife through to make it smooth, brother. Not a knife. Don't use a knife.
Well, I was using a fucking knife, so fuck you. Well, not like a kitchen knife, but like, you know, like a fucking camping knife.
A utility knife.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm almost done. She's like, "You're gonna cut yourself," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then like 30 seconds later, oh shit! And she was like, "What?" And like there was blood dripping on the floor, and like my hand was full of blood, and I was like, "God damn it!" And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it washed off and shit, and then look at it and see how bad it is. But as I was washing off, like I would see the water like rinse on my finger right here, and then like it would split, and the water would go in between, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, shit, this is bad. So I cleaned it off and everything, and then Mara was like, oh my god, like that's bad. We gotta go to the hospital. And it was a Sunday, so I had to go to the fucking emergency room.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we don't need to go to the hospital for this. And I put a piece of gauze, and I left it like that, right, for like 2 minutes. And then I was like, shit, it's like dangling from it, like literally. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. And then we go to the hospital here in Smyrna, to Stonecrest, and I'm like sitting in the parking lot, and I take off the gauze, and then like I see my finger as a whole, right? It's like attached back to it. And I'm like, see, it's fine. Like, let's just go back home. And then it falls off. And I was like, okay, fuck, let's go in. So we go inside, and then the lady's like, it's like, what's wrong? Like, how can we help you? And I'm like, well, I fucking cut off my finger, so I don't know if I'm gonna need stitches, or I don't know what's the deal now. And then she's like, oh, it looks kind of bad. He's like, is it hurting? I'm like, I mean, it stings. I mean, it's not like excruciating pain, but I feel it. And then she's like, okay, we're gonna take you to a room, and they take like 30 fucking minutes for someone to show up.
They glue the shit back together.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, I'm gonna go and clean it up and wash it, and I'm like, okay. So she's like, oh yeah, it's not so bad. We can actually glue it back together. And I was like, holy shit, you can glue shit back together now? She's like, yeah, we can. Since it's small, like we'll put like this little bandages, and they'll fall off on its own when it's fully healed. And I'm like, holy shit! Like, I was like kind of nervous, like they had to stitch it up and shit, because I don't like stitches. And I was like, okay, I mean, at least that's better. And she's like, yeah, okay, the lady will be like in a few minutes. She'll be in. That way they can glue it back together, and you'll be good to go. I'm like, okay. So fucking lady takes like 45 minutes, and like my finger keeps bleeding, and I'm like, well, they're gonna fucking have to clean it up again and shit. So they glued it back together, and the thing is that I had to work. I mean, like I said, it was like my second week in Denso, and that was when James was still on
Allegiant.
Yeah, and I was like, hey James, so this happened, and he was like, okay, don't worry. It's like, just tell, because at the time Oscar was training me in Indiana, and then he was like, just tell Oscar what happened, and just don't push it. I'm like, okay. And I had to work with picking up totes like this. Like, I would grab it like this, and like this finger is just like sticking out all the time.
That'd be annoying.
And it was like a month like that, and I fucking got used to it. So even when I took off and it was fully healed, I was still doing that shit. And I was like, fucking annoying. And then when James stepped down, he would make fun of me for that shit. It's like, so where's the piggy bank? Like, I want to see your creation.
Yeah,
it costs you almost a finger. It's for my niece. I'm like, motherfucker. Fuck you and
Did you bleed all over it?
Yeah.
All over.
The good thing is that it didn't fell like on the crack where the money goes. I wouldn't be able to clean it up unless like I fucking pressure wash it and then try to get all the water out. But it would be a pain in the ass.
Oh my god.
Because see, like the way I did it, it's just it has the crack, and it has like it had a little compartment, but you couldn't open it with a key or anything. And because she knows if she needed money for something, like she would, how they have like the little cap on the bottom, they just twist and you take out the money. And I didn't want her to make it that easy for her.
Right.
So, but I was like, yeah, and it cost me the tip of my finger. So I'm like, you better cherish this motherfucker.
You should have put the tip right in with it. So when she does go for the money, she's like, look how much I love you.
Yeah.
Put my tip of my finger in there.
This is the price that I had to pay.
That's funny
shit. It was
shit.
fucking crazy though.
It sounds crazy. Man.
I think I actually had a picture of it, but it was on my last phone, and I don't know if it actually saved and like I made a backup of it. I'm gonna look it up and show it to you.
Do
it. Just don't puke on the microphone.
I had the worst puke ever. When I puke, it sounds like somebody's dying.
See, that's so weird. Because I know some people that are like, oh my god, I have to throw up. And they go to the restroom and you don't hear shit. You just hear like, and that's it. And me, it's like so, like, it sounds like so over-exaggerating. Because even though, like, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it like that, like, I go and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, what the fuck? They're like,
it sounds like fake.
Yeah,
like faking it, but it's like, no, this is how.
But it's like your body unconsciously does that shit. And
get out of me!
I see some people just go, or you just like hear the water splashing, and I'm like, how the fuck did you do that? And then I'm
usually like drunk girls.
Yeah.
Just like, and then
I'm like,
it's all quiet. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
Finds a stream.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Back when I was a bad boy for the minor league baseball team back in Rockford.
A bad boy.
A bad boy. It was my first job. It was fun too. Just like run and grab the bat, whatever they.
The butt.
Grab the butt.
No wonder you were a bad boy. Huh.
I went to take a bag of balls to the referee, or no, the referee, the umpire before the game, and they had each one they had to break in. They had to like rub it in, like just like mud and shit.
Right.
It's weird, but I had to do that every single time. And then I picked up the bats, and then but like there's like one guy that he played like in the major leagues for a little while. His name was Mike Sweeney, and he was like turning 21 shortly after I had started there. Or yeah, it was 21, and they took him out and he got him obliterated. And this is back before like cell phones and stuff like that. Right. So like they just had regular pictures like from a camera, and they posted those pictures all over the clubhouse and everything. And him like sitting on like a bumper just puking, just a stream of puke shooting out. It was nasty, but it was like great shots. And I was thinking, I'm like, man, if I had only known to grab those pictures back like when he was just a nobody, and then he became like an all-star. He was an all-star baseball player for a couple of years for the Kansas City Royals. But that guy, he was phenomenal. You could tell he was like going places. But it was just funny. It would have been funny if I had pictures of him, a professional athlete just getting drunk.
Yeah. And picking all over the fucking place.
Some Uber like fucking fan like pays me like $1,000 for him or something stupid.
Shit.
It'd be awesome.
I was like, so sweet, dude. How much you want for it?
There was a lot of dicks that were in that place that fucked with me all the time, but there's some good guys there too, and then some guys just don't even fucking acknowledge that you're there.
Yeah.
But they're like guys, they're always looking for the edge up. Like, you ever hear about corked bats? Mm-hmm. That's like super illegal. You can't cork your bat with like actual cork, because it adds spring to it so you can hit more home runs. Mm-hmm. Well, there was something that they could do that apparently, I don't know why it was illegal, but there's like pitchers, because pitchers usually don't hit very well. Nowadays, they just fucking hit home runs like often. But like back in the day, like if you're a pitcher, you like focus on pitching and that was it. You never like rode bat that much. And this one guy I had like my little locker right next to this other pitcher, and he had this tool that was like you could use to like restring your glove. Right. You put the little thin leather in there and you re-leather your glove and shit. He was taking that tool and he was running it on his bat, running it right down the grain, and so it would add like these little gouges. Right. And he's like, dude, this is like another way to get like hits and stuff. You can like put some like spit on the ball and stuff like that, so it like kind of curves in the air and shit as you hit it. He's like, we're all trying it out, seeing how it works. But I think that was illegal too. I don't know.
So you were into baseball?
Yeah, I played baseball. I didn't play very often, but I played. I was on a team.
I don't think I could.
I was on high school teams.
I don't think I could hit that fucking ball like to save my ass. Like,
I enjoyed playing it. I wish they let me play a little bit more. I think they could have seen like, if I played more, I think I would have just gotten better and better. But there's like guys out there that were, man, they're really good. And our team sucked. I mean, our team was actually pretty bad. Like, we lost a lot of games.
In high school, we played once, and the one time I hit the ball, I almost killed someone. like it wasn't a real baseball, but it was like hard. I don't know what the fuck it was like, and they gave us that ball specifically to be safe, to not like fucking break a bone. Yeah. And I'm like, I've never played before, other than back in fucking middle school where like you have the pole and then the ball is like on that pole and then you just hit it. Yeah. So it's basically 100 times harder for me, 1,000 times harder. So I'm like, I'm fucking blind already. I can't see the fucking ball, and I'm trying to hit that motherfucker. And I get a strike on the first try, and then I get a foul, and the third time I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna hit it. And then I hit it, and then what's the guy in the back trying to hold the ball?
Catcher.
The catcher. It's funny because I hit it, but I almost hit the pitcher, and like he moved out of the way.
No, that's good.
And then the guy hit it on the helmet, and like it was stuck on the helmet. And I was like, oh shit!
It's an instant win if you hit the pitcher.
And then he was like, oh shit! Like, and then he took out the helmet, and the ball was like stuck there.
The ball was stuck in.
And I was like,
stuck in the mask.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's hilarious.
Fuck that! I'm out. Like I'm not playing this shit anymore. Like next thing you know, I'm gonna be on the local newspaper. Laverne High student kills another student playing baseball.
I've been watching some like YouTube of highlights of major like plays that happened through baseball in the last couple of years. Man, there's some fucking amazing plays. And like it's fun. I always watch. They'll have like some YouTube ones where like they'll start fights and stuff.
Yeah.
And see the pitcher totally like being the guy or the batter right in the back or something. Oh God! And then he starts charging the mound, and then everybody starts clearing the benches. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were watching. Me and my brother were watching a Cubs game, and there was like an altercation between the batter and the catcher, and they were talking shit to each other or something. And that's why you talk shit all the time. Like when I played, I hardly ever played. I talk shit all the time. I'd get up there like, what's up? I'm like, going through that fucking ball. I didn't say fucking ball. I was like, yeah, you throw the ball. So see what way you can throw that ball. And like, it was funny because they try to, they end up like striking me out or something. Like, whatever. But I'd get a hit every once in a while. But anyways, this one time I was watching it with my brother. And like, I think the Cubs, I don't remember what the catcher's name was for the Cubs. But he ended up grabbing the guy and punching him, like, just like a sucker punch.
Yeah.
And the fucking, like, both, like, benches just cleared, and there's just this brawl in the middle of the infield. My brother's just, like, getting so excited. He's like, kick his ass! Kick his ass! I remember listening to that shit. It was so funny. I'm like yeah. Because like, they're the best, man. There's people getting thrown around, punches like crazy. It's not like hockey punches. Like when they fight in hockey, it's just the one guy against the other. No, baseball's the best, man. Everybody clears everyone. They're fucking like.
It's a fucking brawl.
Oh man, it's the best.
Yeah.
You don't see enough of them, but man, they're funny when it does happen.
See, to me, it was crazy. It was fucking unreal how. Like, the pitcher would throw the ball and be like, it would say like, 65 miles per hour, and I'm like, fuck that, like.
That's slow.
That's gotta be bullshit. And then I saw another one was like 75 miles per hour. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't think that's true. And then I saw this very famous clip where like the pitcher hits a dove or a pigeon. I don't know what it is. And it's like it fucking obliterates it, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was Randy Johnson. That is an awesome fucking clip, man.
And I was like, holy fuck, okay, now it might be true.
That was probably like 100 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah, it was
like, there's some dudes can throw some fucking heat. And we had, I think it was our junior or senior year, we were able to get, it's called a jugs machine. I don't know why. They just call it a jugs machine. You might have seen one. They have them for football. They do them for
tennis.
Tennis is going to be a little different. Mm-hmm. It's where they have these two wheels and they're spinning, and then there's like a little chute, and you drop the ball and it goes boom, and it shoots out super. You can dial in how fast it throws.
Right.
And football ones are different, so like they have to be angled a certain way so it throws like a perfect spiral. Mm-hmm. And then with the baseball ones, you can have them either like sitting level with each other, the tires spinning, so it just shoots a straight fastball. But if you like turn it a little bit, it'll shoot a curveball, and like it's crazy how you can. Those things are so expensive too.
Yeah.
But one practice we torqued it up to about 95 on 200 mile an hour. See who could hit one. Hit a 100 mile an hour fastball.
You were trying to kill someone.
Dude, man, that thing screams by. Holy shit! You don't realize it until you're standing there. I tipped a couple, but I couldn't get a bat on any of them. And there's only a couple of guys that actually got a little bit of a bat on them. Even our fucking coaches, I think our coach hit one. And I was like, holy shit, that ball is screaming. I couldn't imagine, even though 105 mile an hour, that's just that 5 more miles an hour is so much faster. It's nuts, man.
It's crazy.
Because then, like, you'll go to, like, an amusement park.
Hell, do they have, like, metal arms or some shit to be able to throw that for, like, so long? Like, I mean, what's the average career of a fucking pitcher? Because, I mean, they gotta destroy their hands on that shit.
It has a lot to do with their shoulders. Their shoulders get fucked up really bad.
Well, they get fucking metal plates and nails. God damn, I don't know. Like, that's the only way.
There's some surgery that, like, a lot of them get. It's called the Tommy John surgery. And it's called that because Tommy John was, like, the first player to ever get that certain surgery done. It's on his shoulder. I think it was done on his shoulder. And it's supposed to help you, like, get back on your game. Like, usually people recover pretty well from it. But, like, otherwise, if they didn't have that surgery, a lot of careers would be cut down short. Because, I mean, you can't throw that fast forever.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine, like, shit, even if I try to throw as fast as I can, like, a fucking elbow and shoulder would be hurting for, like, the next 2 or 3 weeks. I can't imagine a fucking pro throwing fastballs, every fucking game. It's just not doable.
That's why you gotta mix it up. You can't just throw fastballs all the time. But, yeah, like, they'd keep a count for our players. Because I think you couldn't pitch them for so many pitches. Like, you couldn't pitch them over like 200 pitches. So, I think they try to get them out like within like 100 pitches. But that's like not very long. I mean, that adds up fast,
Yeah.
Especially if they're fucking having a good like inning against you, and you're just getting fucking jacked. You're like, God damn it! Like 20 pitches go by, and you're like, no, the first fucking inning.
Yeah. Like, fuck y'all.
I wonder what the fastest pitch is that's ever been recorded, like officially with like a radar gun,
right?
In a game, not necessarily just like because they always have the longest kicks, the fuckers like kicking footballs, like field goals, like 70 yards or whatever during practice where there's like no pressure.
Yeah.
So you gotta have that same kind of rate officially. It's really weird.
I mean, you definitely can't compare having pressure of a game, especially if it's an important game like a final or whatever.
Yeah.
Then practicing because
totally.
Because you just do it for the hell of it.
So some dude that's throwing 110 in practice. I mean, it's like you got to try to throw a strike. I mean, it's one thing to throw the ball and just have it go wherever.
Yeah.
But you have the pressure of actually throwing a strike to strike somebody out.
Yeah.
Or putting it somewhere where they can't hit it. And they think they can. A knuckleball is the weirdest thing. You ever seen a knuckleball thrown?
I've seen it in soccer, not in baseball.
Knuckleballs are weird, man. I actually played with a guy. He was a senior when I think I was a freshman. And he could throw a knuckleball, but he said he don't do it that often because it fucked with his hand. But like it's basically you're throwing the ball with like only like these knuckles, like all these knuckles here. I think you can hold on to it this way, but I think you even held on to it like this. But so what you do is when you're throwing it, you like kind of pop your hands. And so when you do it, it just kind of, instead of there's a rotation to the ball,
right,
it just comes straight at you, and it doesn't have any move. It doesn't spin.
Yeah, it's just still.
Yeah, and the ball, because it's getting that reflections from the laces and stuff, the fucker will dance.
Yeah.
Like it'll kind of like just like hover weird, and like it's a crazy when it's thrown properly. It's the craziest fucking thing. This dude could throw one pretty well, but he didn't do it very often because it's slow. I mean, if the guy like catches and like realizes what's happening, he'll fucking jockey you and fucking over the fence.
Yeah,
but it's so cool. Like I don't even think there's really anybody that throws it anymore, just because it's so easily rocked, but it still looks really cool.
But that's the thing, though. It's like it looks like it's going slow, and since it's not spinning or barely spinning, like you think it's just a really soft shot, but it's actually like pretty fucking strong.
And it's just moving, but it throws you off because it's like it's moving in such a weird way. You don't know. You could think it's going to be one spot, and by the time it gets to you, it's like a couple inches lower, or higher, or whatever.
Right. Because then it's like it slowly does that. It's like it slowly like starts like going down or going a little bit up, and then by the time, for example, in soccer, like by the time the goalie's trying to push it away or something, that way he doesn't score. Like you end up hitting the ball in a different place and end up scoring anyway. So yeah, it's fucking tricky.
I didn't think about that, like hitting a knuckleball on soccer. That seems like it'd be hard to do.
Not really.
No.
But it's well, I mean, it takes practice, but the concept of it is not hard.
No.
But yeah, they're fucking tricky as hell.
Yeah.
Or like the fucking curveballs too. Like you think it's
Those
like
are cool, man.
Like they're gonna be in one place and then the fucking ball ends up on the other side.
What were the shoes that just reminds me of those shoes that came out that were supposed to help? Remember that? I think it was that Adidas? Back when they're called Predators. You remember that?
Yeah.
Do they still make those?
No, they discontinued them. But I had some.
Dude, those are awesome. They had the little fins that stuck out on the toe. Those are supposed to be awesome for little curves.
Yeah.
I always tried to learn how to do the curve ball thing. You could never do it.
Yeah, it was Nike though. The ones.
Was it Nike that had the Predators?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome. I wonder if you can still buy those.
And then they had the total. They had the total 90s also.
The total 90s
that were pretty cool. They were like stitched up. They were nice. Nice. I remember I bought some for indoor soccer just because I liked them. I never played indoor. Well, I have technically played, but not in a team or anything. And I got a pair. I got my parents to buy me a pair. And I remember that it was in June, and then by the 4th of July, we bought fireworks and shit with some other friends. And we were playing with fireworks, and a firework got stuck to the shoe, and it popped. And it made a fucking hole on the shoe. And I was fuck! And they were brand new. And Mom was like, God, bro, and I just bought those. Motherfucker. They cost money.
That was Adidas that made them, actually.
Oh, really? Adidas?
They make a version of them still.
Oh, okay.
But they have little nubs on them.
Yeah.
The ones I had, the ones I had, but the ones I saw, the little they're actually little fins. Interesting. Let's see if we can find the OG ones. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Adidas. So I remember back in the day, my brother would get a shitload of magazines with different shoes, gloves, balls, and everything. Because it was he was actually in a team back then playing soccer, and he would get discounts and shit. And I would get to see all the different shoes and stuff. They were pretty nice.
I bet. Nike made something similar. It was called Tempo. They had they didn't have the fins, but they had the little. They're kind of the same.
Yeah.
Idea, the reverse. They did with that. This is brand new. That laughter's gonna pick up nicely, I'm sure.
He sure is.
Man, Michael's kid. He's real shy around me still. He doesn't talk to me that much. Mm-hmm. If I say something to him, he'll never say something back. But he had a Halloween mask. It's a clown mask, but it's a freaky clown mask. And I was coming downstairs and he was wearing it. I go, whoa! And I'm he popped around the corner and I was like, oh my gosh! I'm like, dude, you really scared me. I was like, oh my gosh! And so he never took it off the rest of the time I was down there. He poked his head around the corner with it. And I was like, dude, you're really freaking me out, man. And so he probably was just laughing underneath it, but he just been walking around.
Now I know how to get him.
Oh my gosh! I was waiting to see it today.
Get him.
I haven't seen it yet. But man, I find that thing's disappeared. I'm that thing's going somewhere where he can't find it. I ain't dealing with that shit.
Throw in a fucking
Getting fucking scared every goddamn day.
Throw him in the ditch.
He's gonna hear at midnight or something. Fucking clown, get out of here.
Screeches.
Oh shit. Oh man. I'm trying to think my week has been really boring. Really fucking boring, man.
Boring. It's been interesting to say the least. For me. Being all over the fucking place.
You guys travel a lot.
It's fucking crazy though. It's a hassle. Fucking waking up at 5:30 in the morning and making it home at 8 p.m.
How much longer do you think you're gonna do it?
Not sure.
You kind of feel obligated now because you don't really want to let down your.
No, I don't feel obligated. I do like it, which is the good thing, because if I didn't like it, it would be even bigger thing.
Sure.
But I do enjoy it, especially because I don't. I don't have to deal with anybody taking my things. You know, the typical bullshit that other women. So that's a big plus.